Yeah, just to start from the very beginning. So the thing started obviously from the project that I wanted to make art or theater with plants. And so I had this first residency in Norway, and there we were inquiring plants and sound. So listening to plants, and here we were busy with plants and light, and so watching plants. So what we did is we went every day to a park. This was also the first activity which we did. We came here and then we left. And we went to this park, which is very near to the station actually. There is like this, when you go from the station in the direction of Kaap, there is these two canals, one next to each other, and in the middle you can walk. And there we found some trees. So we were just walking, and then we said, okay, that's the spot. And so on one side there was this beach, this weeping beach, which is with the branches hanging down, but very tall. So it's not the weeping willow, which is a little smaller, but it's really big, without no leaves because it's winter. And so we stopped there, and we just said, let's watch at it for an amount of time and see what comes to us, and then put it to paper or whatever. I wrote some stuff, you also draw some stuff, and what I wrote down for me, it was quite amazing because I was looking at this tree and I knew that the beech has like a grey bark out on the outside, so I thought, okay, it's a great tree. But then I was watching, and after a while I saw that actually it was super green, like light green. And then it's maybe some moss or some lichens on it. And so I said, actually it's not grey, it's like, it was a dark day, it was like cloudy, but it was full of light. So I thought it's quite interesting how at the beginning I know it's grey.
So you perceive grey?
So I perceive grey, and I say it's grey. Then I look for a long while and I see actually the image I had in mind is not what it is in reality, no? So that was a little bit the starting point for me. Yeah. But maybe for you it was different, no?
Yeah. What I noted down was that because as we were standing at the weeping beech, I noted just the shape of a tree, and then in its shape, these shapes coming out of kind of the expected shape of a tree, and those looked like shapes of animals caught in this form. And the tree, first of all, it looked like it stood on an elephant foot where it touched onto the ground. It looked like an elephant foot, and I could see the hip of a cow, the upper half of an owl sticking out very high, a human elbow. Standing there looking at the tree, I was thinking, are you showing me what you see? Are you showing it to us? Do you have an urge for mimicry? And who sees what and who projects what into the world? And what does it mean that I can see these shapes in the shape of a tree?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We were also thinking then, is it like is it just we that we're projecting this image, or is it the tree who maybe is suggesting you this image because it was observing something passing underneath, an animal or something, and then assuming the shape and reflecting it back? I don't know. But then we turned around and we saw that on the other side, so next to the other canal actually, there were these moras cypress, which is like a cypress,
From the swamps?
From the swamps, growing into normally, where a lot of water is. And the interesting thing for me was that the sensation I had there was completely different. And so I recognized that before, at the weeping beech, I had like a really heavy feeling, and there it was completely different. Light opening up, and so I thought, okay, maybe it's just because there's more light coming through, or what is it, Or could it be maybe that there's a remote possibility, once I'm addressing all my attention to the trees, that there's really something going on between tree and human. And so, obviously for a project it would be really nice. So, yeah, I wrote, I think basically this down. So, yeah, I think we go to the next day, no? To the second day? Or did you have something here?
Not anymore for this location.
Yeah, the next day we said, okay, let's go and do this more. So we went to Blankenberge and we were walking a lot on the sea, and we were, yeah, there are the dunes, I'm sure you know them very well. So, you know, there's the water, the ocean, then the beach, and then the dunes go up, and there's this grass, no, all covering the dunes, and on the other side there are these bushy-like trees going down to the street and then to the houses. So plants getting in contact with us. So I wrote this down. Dune grass, Amphilia arenaria, from the grass family. Were you planted here by humans to keep the dunes up, to prevent the sand to fly away into the houses, the cities, the farmlands? You tell me, relax. You put your arm around me, you smile, you say, everything is fine. You're dancing with the wind. The wind brings you tales from far away. I don't want to think about the possible function of this movement in the wind. Maybe it's to spread seeds in the wind. I don't care. I rather care about thinking if you like moving with the wind. I guess you do. It seems like fun. And you like the sunlight today. It should have some relaxing blue in it. Food for you. Tasty blue light. You're a happy plant, and I feel happy too.
I was focusing on the first exercise on the shrub-like trees on the land side of the dunes. So on the other side, they're kind of hiding, like just growing out as an extension of the shape of the dune. I wrote, we're looking for the same and are reacting in the same ways. For and to what? Sun, light, a comfortable temperature, something to hold on to be rooted, to branch out, attracted by the sea and fearing it, negotiating.
Yeah, then we came back to the space actually, and we started to work more here about the thing which we will also touch later, but then so we also needed like nature more nearby. So we found this Sebrechtspark, which is actually really here. Yeah. And so on the whole it became a little bit different, like doing this exercise every day. So I wrote a lot of things, but then at the end this was how I finished. And the more I do this as a daily practice, the faster I can sense these feelings, the different feelings of the different plants. So I guess it is a contemplative sensibility which can be trained. I'm training it right now. Because actually I had this feeling, I was concentrating on one tree, and then suddenly I had this feeling somebody's like standing behind me, so I turned around, but it was a pine, so a pine tree, and then I said, oh, okay, so what is the bush doing, you know? And then really it became faster and faster. Yeah, that was quite astonishing, yeah.
In Sebrechtspark, I was drawn towards a kind of like a dead tree in the shape of like a trunk, all branches broken off, and I wrote down, a retired tree, it lost its name tag and was pronounced dead, but still full of significance and life, a ghost and a host for all the new life passing on its energy. It was, not long ago, the biggest tree in this park, and still the trunk stands as a monument for its greatness and as an illustration of great diameter, like so many trunks did before it.
Yeah, and then we got to another park next day.
Yeah.
In Saint-Gilles.
In Saint-Gilles.
Saint-Gilles of
Brugge.
Brugge.
Ah,
There's a Saint-Gilles in Brugge.
St. Hughes of St.
Gilles.
Saint-Gilles.
Brugge there, it was called the Zinkval Park.
Zinkval Park, yeah.
I first went up on a hill inside of this park, and I thought, it might be an old bunker or something like hidden in the middle of the park. So I went up and just started to look around, and I wrote down this: an old pile of mess, a hill, a ruin, trees growing in all directions, sometimes towards the Milky Way, or towards the moon, or towards the center of the earth, around or through the remains of old buildings. And these two examples made me think about the simple logic of appearing through disappearing, and the disintegration of our biomass, all biomass. The ruin that was once a functioning building was built with the energy of people whose biomass was recycled a long time ago. And now these ruins were being pulled apart by new life, streaming through these trees, growing like down and up in all directions.
So their biomass, your biomass, it's all about living, dying, and becoming something different, transforming actually. And we're coming actually from the same roots. No, for example, we know that plants can hear, kind of, they sense sounds, so they have the same genetic hairs as we have it in the ears, and with these things they kind of sense, but they have much more than we have, and they're all spread out on the leaves, so it's quite incredible. So we're basically coming from the same genetic origin. Yeah. So then we came here and we developed this watching exercise. We said, okay, let's do it 11 minutes, and we developed also meditation, and which we can also do like short, but we will come back to this later, because then we were starting more to work here inside, and we were busy really with, I mean, if we want to make art with plants, and there is this remote possibility to communicate with them, then can we, I mean, in a theater there are some basic elements we need. We need light, otherwise we don't see anything in a normal theater. So we started to think about how to create energy together to make light. And so we came up, Christian, the first day he came with this. It's like an eco energy box, you know. You have to be 5+, but we are all. And so we tried this, and actually it kind of worked. So we will show you. Maybe you can come also down and you see it better. Because it's not such a great big effect, you know. But
how close do we need to come?
So yeah, here it's okay. So you see there are like two different metals sticking here and two different metals sticking here. They are connected, and this is also connected to a small lamp. And if I connect it now together, you see that.
Yeah.
It's switching on, yeah?
Yeah.
So there's electricity.
Yeah.
Okay. You can make light with it, or you can also make sound with it. Huh? Let's see if we get the two things together. Ta-da! So there's electricity producing, but then we went on with the research and we discovered that actually the electricity is produced by the two electrical plates and the electrons which are flowing from one plate to the other. So actually the plant or the soil is not really involved, they are just making the electrons flowing.
So they make something move instead of make the energy.
Exactly. So the energy is kind of produced by the whole dispositive, but you need these metal plaques. So particles, electrons from one metal go to the other, you know, that's the thing. So we thought, actually, that's not what we were looking for, you know. So then we were researching further, and then we found this dispositive, which was a little bit more interesting, you see. We can connect a leaf
Straight to the leaf.
to the ground, you know, and inside the plant there are like electrical impulses, like we have also. To move the arm, for example, we have to send electrical impulses from the brain to the muscle and say move, and then it moves. The same thing is happening also in plants. It's a different speed, it's different, but they do it. So there are variations of this, and you can measure them. And you can transform them into numbers and feed a software, for example. So what we did is trying to get these electrical impulses from the elephant foot, which is this plant, into this, and this small computer, which is a Arduino computer.
Nano.
Which can then transform this into numbers like this. And you see 0, 12, 0, 15, 17, 22, it's fluctuating. And unfortunately we were still waiting for a piece to come, which we don't have. So we can't do it like this machine running on the own. But we will simulate it, like with this, with similar numbers.
You just put the numbers in somewhere else.
And feeding the light. So actually, the electrical impulses create the light and the light fluctuations. So maybe we can have a look at this one.
Yeah.
You probably have plants that move more, or like have more electrical process. Like I have a plant at home that goes open, close.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, so like if you have a night, I think that you can see the difference a lot more.
Yes.
I don't know.
Also, when it does this,
it's
you
a
see
lot.
a huge impulse.
So maybe
It's a huge change. Also, when you touch them, they in certain circumstances, they do it more. Now you see the fluctuation is really light, yeah? It's more in the range of the white.
yeah.
It's different kinds of white.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what is it the white was doing? So you have the blue or the
Yeah.
from like the 300 spectrum of 300 to
400 to 700 nanometers.
Yeah,
That's the spectrum which they like, and that's also a spectrum which we humans can see. So in the 400, that's blue. Normally they are developing leaves or the stems, and on the higher spectrum, 700, it's red, and there they use it normally to flower. So you know, and they really need different light to do different things. But what we were kind of asking ourselves is, so if they really produce now their own light, why are they producing it that way, you know? Just because they are in need of something? Or maybe they are aware of what they're doing and they can really feed themselves as they want. Or maybe they play, because there are also some theories in music that if you feed them back with their own music, that they start to play around with it. So
they send the electrical impulses, they discover, okay, if I do this, then I hear this tone, if I do that, I hear that, and we're going to see if that's basically what
you got a whole orchestra.
Yeah, that's why we set up with the light to see, okay, will it ask for more red and more blue if we over a period will make a feedback loop from the sensor there that we have set up.
But now it's not directly.
No, we just took the numbers and mapped them on
But that's something that happened in the past that he wanted.
We took some numbers which we found, which actually are from plants. So this is one example which could maybe fit this plant. I don't know. This is a simulation. But, and we created also other simulations for example, for that one.
Take this out.
Yes. Maybe you want to take a seat again, so you see them better if they are together.
Cool.
It could be something like this, huh? And as we know, we can also transform these numbers into sound. So then we also simulated some, these are also real plant sounds. So we can also add some of those. Maybe we start again with the elephant foot. On the others to see. This is this one. Now I think we. And this one. Can you hear still this? Yeah. Maybe we can play around with the different plants together. The question which comes then to us is what are we looking at, no? What are we watching? Is it something...
I was in the meditation.
Sorry.
a bit scary sometimes, the music. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not like. But yes, this question.
Is it for them? Is it for us? Are they conscious of what they're doing? Are they producing really their light and their music how they want? How are they looking at us? I would like just to finish, to propose you, if you want, or if you don't want, no problem, to make a really short meditation. So you just take one of these chairs, you choose one of the plants, and you put you in front of it.
Oh, I just have pozor, se teda hlasem.
Do you have a phone?
Do you need to look at the light or like from the side?
You can choose how you feel comfortable. Can you just time? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or when I say you, then you take the 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So just close your eyes for a moment and put your feet on the ground, straight back, and have a deep breath in. Hold for 2 seconds and breathe out. And then breathe in again. Hold for 2 seconds and out through the mouth. And last time, breathe in through your nose. Hold for 2 seconds and then breathe out through your mouth. Continue this breath alone and just take a moment to focus on your body. Do you have tension somewhere? Do you feel well in your body today? Don't just judge, just observe. And how do you feel today? Make your mental activity silence down and open your heart. And now just imagine to step out of yourself and have a look at yourself. Without judging, just looking at yourself for a moment. Your hair, your face, your body. And then you step in your body again. And with your eyes closed, you bring your attention to the plant in front of you. Do you feel that there is another living being in front of you? Or do you not feel anything? And when I say now, whenever you want, you can open up your eyes and look for 2 minutes to the plant and just see what's happening to you. So the 2 minutes are over. Whenever you want, you can say goodbye to your plant or just come back to normal life. Maybe you can switch on a little bit more light.
I needed that.